Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you today. Today we're gonna start this here video off by first saying hello. Everybody be safe, be coronavirus free, stay away from the virus, stay away from people, be safe if you can. But this video we are on the Cadillac SRX and we're going to be replacing the front brakes and the wheel bearings. This sucker sounding like a woo 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 woo. Sounds horrible, but we're gonna get this here thing knocked out and taken care of on the Cadillac SRX. We got her backed up into my driveway, jacked up on the hoist, holding up on the frame. First thing you're going to want to do is get these here lug nuts off. I've already expressed and shown in a video how to get those lug nuts off. If you have a issue, let's say you're a woman or a small guy and you don't know how to get these off, get yourself put into a position where you can get on there, have it this way on the down position, and use the weight of your body. Use the weight of your body to force those down. I've already broken those off, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these wheels off. The first thing you're gonna do is get all 5 lug nuts off, 6 lug nuts off. That way you can take the wheel off, place that to the side, and here you'll have everything at view for you to do. We have to get this here this here nut off of the bearing, so we're gonna go ahead and get that started and show you this whole process. So if you don't have jack stands, just like I don't have jack stands per se today, and as you see I have my jack sitting up there holding up the frame, just place your tire under the car also in case the jack fails, so that way the car doesn't fall all the way down to the ground. Now most times you aren't gonna have all these tools. You can go to AutoZone and rent these here tools. You got a master hub bearing puller set and a 8-piece socket axle nut set. So we got everything that we need right here. You can rent these tools and get all your money back, so you won't have to spend this money. It cost me roughly $140, $150 to rent those tools, so they're well worth you having when you need them. So we'll take that off. So now I'm going to get the 36 millimeter socket so that I can get this on off. And that's what you need right there. That's a 36 millimeter. So as I stated, you need a 36 millimeter. That's going to go right there. Man, that's a lot of play for a 36 millimeter. But nonetheless, that's what size required. And we're going to get it off. So due to the fact that this is an all-wheel drive, the wheel was spinning, so I had to lower the bearing down so that wheel on the other side could actually get a grip on there so that I could untighten this here bolt. So now you can see the nut is loose, so we're gonna go ahead and get that on off. Get this off, set it to the side. Don't lose it, definitely don't lose it. Alright, so we got that off. Now we're going to work on getting this here piece off. This here whole piece should come off. You're going to put the bolt back on and just kind of knock the axle out of place. That way you can push it back and forth. So the axle is out of play. So as y'all can see, I took these 2 bolts on the back side of this. They're 18 millimeter. You have to pull those out and then take the caliper off, and then the rotor will come off. Now we got these bolts right here on the back that have to come off. And 1, 2, there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got to get those off so that we can eventually take this here off and loosen it up. So I'm going to be focusing on that. Sorry that I had to chop this video. I had to check my stocks, but I'll show it on the other side when I do it. So you have you can use the 11/16, it'll fit, but I'm sure it's a 19 millimeter on the other side of here. I'm using the 11/16 to get these here bolts out, which are holding the wheel bearing in place. So I'm going to just go ahead and unscrew those. We're going to take a pause. Alright. So we got 4 of those, 2 more to get out. After you get those two out, you have to shift the wheel back this way so that you can get to these two right here. There's one right here, and there's one here at the bottom too. But we're gonna focus on this one right here. You're gonna want to move your ABS out of the way. Be careful not to break that. So just to move it out of the way so that you can twist it. All right, so there we have it. So I'm gonna get that on off. Just as I stated, it is a 19 millimeter that goes on there. And I thought there was 4, but there's only 3. So my mistake. Just get it on there and get her off. 19 millimeter. I'm using test mark tool. Now, of course, all 3 bolts are off. And of course, there's not going to be just a simple pulling of the bearing to come off easily. Although we can try. We can try. We can try. We can push that bearing out. So that's all the way out. So we can give it a couple hits, a couple taps to see if it's just going to fall off. But most likely, we're going to need a bearing puller. And that's where that thing comes into place. But while I'm at it, I might as well get these here studs out of here because I do need them. And to get those out, we're just going to take a hammer and knock them out. And in case you have this situation where you got studs that are broken on other hubs, just go ahead and get a hammer while you got it on the fly. And knock the studs back. You got new studs for the rest of them, and I definitely need some. Now let's see if we can. Might not even need it. The hub bearing puller. Look at that. Look at that. Needed a good hammer. There we go. The bearing is out. Might need a couple more hammers, couple more knots. All right, let me go ahead and push that on out, and we'll get that off in a second. All right, so I just had to knock the hub off a little bit. Make its way on out of there. This really doesn't matter because the hub is bad anyway. You might want to cut this here piece off and save it just in case you ever have a broken sensor, so you can rewire it. So I am going to save that. And that is how you take an old hub bearing off. Save the studs. This is definitely old. So again, I'm going to save that pigtail just in case I ever have a situation where I break it. Now to put it on, you simply do the reverse. This is the backing plate. There's your spindle. We're going to change the brakes at the same time, but I've already shown you brakes, so no need in going through that. All right. Make it happen, team. Make it happen. So here we got the new wheel bearings. Got these ordered. They look the same. We're gonna go ahead and install one of these. Make it happen. If I can do it, you can do it. So this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to put this on there. All right, we back at it. Got the part to go on there. Let's get it on. Now we're going to do the reverse of everything that I just showed you previous. Get the bolts lined up. Start putting them back into place. Then you get them torqued down. and the job is almost done. 19mm on the back, 18 or 19, can't remember that quick, but getting the job done nonetheless. Make sure you put the backing plate on first. You can easily make that mistake. Get it in there nice and tight. And I do have a torque wrench to torque them down. But now that the wheel bearing's on there, oh yeah, time to get the hub lined up. And that's just gonna simply involve you lining this back up with that one. Again, putting it back on with 36mm. Gonna put that back up there in a second. Let me grab my big wrench. Again, 36mm. Get it on and lock it into place. I'm about to do this with two hands, obviously. I need a cameraman. Once you get the bolts bolted back down, make sure that you put your loop back in for your ABS. And now the next thing to do is to do your brakes, put your caliper back on. I still have to lower the car down and tighten this here nut on because I can't get no torque on it. So I'm just going to lower the car down on the wheel so that I can torque it down. And of course, since I'm here, definitely need the brake change. This one was definitely scrubbing, no brake at all. So we're gonna squish those piston calipers in with the C-clamp and we're gonna bolt this back on. Once you got that other set of bolts on, then you have to come on back here and get this set. Oh, so hard doing this with one hand, but you get her done. You make it happen. Just like my shirt says, make it happen. Welcome to Rob Wills, doing it himself. Oh yeah, we have tightening. One more bolt over here. For the brakes, I'm going to use this 12mm and get this puppy on off of here. That way I can release the calipers. Oh, that's tightening. Release the calipers. And I can do the loosening. I can do the loosening of the, the pistons. I should be able to flip that up like that. And now I can use the caliper C-clamp to get that done. So we're gonna release these pistons and we're gonna put those brakes on. And that's that. And in case you don't know how to use a C-clamp, this is how you use a C-clamp. You have it pressed up on the base and then inside the caliper, and then you twist and it will depress this in. It will move that all the way back in. That way when you're trying to put it back together, it'll all fit. Now the brakes are all buttoned up. Got new meat up in there. Got a new hub bearing. Last thing I need to do is tighten this here bolt up, torque it down, and pump the brakes up, put the wheel on, and we are good to go. So you guys can see how that whole process is done in this video. I hope you guys found it to be pretty On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a level of difficulty of maybe a 5. The hardest part is making sure you have the tools to get this up. This is a 36 millimeter, 18 and a 19 millimeter, 10 millimeter over here. I mean, what was that? 12 millimeter, I mean, 12 millimeter right here. That's a 12. So nonetheless, that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and button this here up and go ahead and hop to the other side, because it's time to put this puppy back on the road. No more whoa, 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 whoa noise. Irritating as hell. Cadillac ain't supposed to ride like that. But just remember, if I can make it happen, if I can do it, you can do it too. Thank you for tuning in. You ain't know where I had that picture from.
No, I didn't. Me and my sister.
Which sister is that?
Charmy, she didn't meet that one. She lived on the east side.
Okay. Girl, we had some good times back then. Robert, what? Say my name, say my name. Can I kiss?
That's me and my cousin, Christy.
Can I kiss? That's all I get. I mean, I missed out on Father's Day.
I thought you would be whatchamacallit.
Hey, don't worry about whatchamacallit. don't do that.
I thought you'd be whatchamacallit.
No, don't do that to yourself.
Oh my goodness.
I asked you for a kiss.
That was a pretty girl.
Now, redo that whole thing again. Come here.
I thought you'd be whatchamacallit.
Come here. That's what I'm talking about. Show a nigga that you missing.
Whatever.
All right. Okay, here's a recap. Now I'm working on the other side. I got the wheel off. Take the studs off. I already explained how to get the lugs off. All right, loosen up these here. Loosen up this here. This is a 12 millimeter. This is a 36 millimeter. We have 18 millimeter bolts right here that have to come apart. Me personally, whenever I do a wheel bearing, it only makes sense for me to keep the studs. So I'm gonna keep the studs and knock them loose. Clean up all the garbage in your brakes too, since I'm doing my brakes also. Also, you're gonna knock that back out also. So let me finish taking that nut loose and we'll get back to it in a second. You don't want to use an impact tightening this down. You can use the impact taking it off, but do not use the impact tightening it. Tightening it. Then you want to knock that in to get that axle out of there pretty good. Make sure it's loose. You're gonna then come over, take this bolt off here so that you can take your brake caliper off. I found that it's just much easier to do it this way. So there's one bolt, just to get it out of your way. You can change your brakes at the same time if you have to do it this way. So you're gonna get that out of the way, place it out of your way so that you don't have any issues with it. And we're gonna get to the next bolt. As y'all can see, this side had a little bit more life on it than the other side, but I'm gonna change them anyway. So again, once we get to the back, we have to take this bolt off and this bolt off right here. So let's get to it. All right, let's go. What we're doing from the underside. I believe I have the size right here. Gotta use some leverage on this one. Got a 1/2 inch, put a reducer on there. Get her in there. and get to jerking. Ah! Hop up on top and stop jiggy jerking. What's it gonna take for you to slow motion with me? Like, I like it like that. Once you got it loose, get up on the other one, break it. Now, of course, I could be using compressed tools, but those tools are in my other garage. So, as I say, when you got to get the job done, you just got to get the job done. Again, this is a 19mm that I'm using. All right, now we got them all out, coming loose. Now we got that part on off. Now we can pull the rotor off. Ah, got the rotor off. Place that down there. Woo. Now, throw that off. And let's see if we can get this here hub bearing off without any type of problems. We had no problems with the last one. Oh, my bad. We got 4 more screws to get off. 3 more screws to get off. So we have this screw right here, that one, this one, and 1 more on the other side. So we're going to get to those. So same method. Break them in slowly. Loosen them up. Woo, I almost cracked my phone. Did y'all see that? I'm glad I caught it. Woo, woo. So we got 1. 2. Come on, get in there and bite. Ah. Be careful not to pinch or rip your boot when doing this process. And we are almost there. And there we have boots or boats on the ground. Boats on the ground. We got 1 more to do on the other side. Let's get to it. Now again, on this side, be careful as to make sure that you disconnect the anti-lock braking system here. You don't want to tear it apart. Just gingerly pull it loose. As you guys can see, there's a clip right here. So it pops loose, and then you'll have to bring this out from under here so that you can get a gauge, and that just pops out with the pushing of a screwdriver. So there you have it. The cord is free. Now I have 1 more bolt. Where is it? 1 more bolt right here to take loose. So we're gonna get that. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my goodness, I hate it when my hands get dirty. But they say that I don't do no work because my hands are soft. There we go. Whew. Breaker bar. Gingerly break it. I'm gonna have to put some muscle on this one. Let me stand up. Oh! Oh no, come on baby. I ain't got all day, I need some dinner. Papa's got a brand new bag. There she goes. As y'all can see, now that I got her loose, I can get her on out of here. I ain't gonna bore y'all with me taking this here whole thing out, especially when I could just do a magic trick. So there we have it. Last bolt is out. Now we want to get the bearing off. Hopefully it'll just fall down without any issues. Alright, let's turn her a little bit. We're just gonna pry her on out since I see that she is already loose. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just taking her and tap it around there. Since I found that it was pretty easy popping out on the other side, I'm not going to use the bearing puller. So just let it pop on out. There she goes. And that's how you get a bearing out. There she goes. She just pops right on out. And scoot her on out. Get that cord out of the way. And you are done. You know what? 2 days to spare. Dun, 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 dun. Now, to put it back together, you do the opposite of what I just showed you. Goodbye. Have a good day. If I can do it, you can do it too. Woo! Man, when you gotta make it happen, you gotta make it happen. I am the moniker of the motto of my shirt today. And they say I don't like to get my hands dirty. They say he a pretty boy or one of those preppies, whatever. Girl, I get shit in. I get shit done. I ain't got no problem getting these hands dirty. The thing is, you got to know how to take care of your hands afterwards. You got to know how to make sure that your hands is prepared to rub some booty when it's all said and done. It's good. I'm out here working, homie. I done already did the other side. Now I'm about to finish up this side so I can go ahead and have me a goddamn beer. And I don't even drink beer. Get that shit out of here. I done tore that whole thing off. Get that on out of here. Out of here. Yeah. We don't need that. We don't need that, but we do need that. And we damn sure need that. So let me go and put that back on there. So that's going to go that way. That's going to go that way. Because that's going to sit that way. Yeah, you got to know which way it came from, y'all. Can't be putting it on the wrong way. So that's going to go there. But in the meantime, in between time, let me put this here down. So we can get it on the floor. I'll do it like this for y'all. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Do you want to catch me outside? Tell me how about that? I'm going to break it down. And we going to get it back. Put it on the side. I'll break it down, boo. Tell me if you about it. Because I know that I am, boo. Getting them bearings on that Cadillac was sounding like rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon. Okay. Alright, we gonna get this here in first. We gotta have that on first. Gotta have that on first. Let's put a screw up in there to hold it temporarily. Let's put a temporary screw up in there. Put a temporary screw up in there. That way I know what I'm doing. Let's put another temporary screw up in there. Because it's irritating. It's in my way. Work smarter, not harder. That's what you call working smarter. Get that screw on through there. Gotta push that all the way back so that we can get that on through. Once you got it through, slide that boy on. Yeah, I'm a king of getting it in the hole. Get it in the hole. Get it in the hole. Slide that one back that way. Pull that screw on up out of there. Because it's got to come out through the other side. That's alright. That's alright. So once we get it in the hole, we're going to get it in the hole. I need to turn that wheel so that it's straight. Turn it so that it's straight. Oh, don't want it to turn. Don't want it to fall. I think that's good enough. Definitely don't want to cut the wire. Get that all out the way now. That on up in there. Don't be blowing at me if you ain't trying to help. Hold on a second, y'all. Straighten that wheel out a little bit. Now we can get on up in here. Get in there. Yeah, yeah. Hey, big girls. Come on, back it up. Back it up. There we go. Y'all see how I slid down on up in the hole? Yep. And then we got to get it all propped up and propped in. So we can get this one on in there. Put that hub bearing bolt on. That way we got something holding it on there. This ain't no joke, y'all. This stuff ain't no joke. Let's get a bag. We getting this here bag-alicious right. So we got 1, 2, 3. The crew is called BDP. And if you want to go to the tip top, stop the violence and hip hop. Why yo? So we got that one there. Going through there. Going on to there. Come on, get on through. Get it in. Stick it in, baby. Yeah. 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 Stay with these hands getting oily. You just gotta clean them afterwards. Where that other screw at? I'm missing one. I'm missing one. There they go. There they go. So get these two up in here first. Ouch, I almost snagged my finger. There we go. Get one of them up in there at least. People be like, do you want to work on my car? I'd be like, hell no, I don't want to work on mine, but I do. Oh, that's the wrong size. 19. Glad it didn't hit my truck or the phone on my garage. Because that would have been catastrophic. Did you hear what I said? Catastrophic. Swap the screw the other way. Bolt it in the other way. As long as you get one to bite, the other ones will fall in line. Where that third screw at? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This has been an all-day excursion for Big Rob, y'all. All-day excursion. Not all day. I had my breaks. I thought I was going to go out to dinner with somebody today, but look like I'm on this today. When I say out, I'm really mean in. I'm gonna go ahead and hammer it back on in there a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Get this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly. And then we're off and we're done. Uh-oh. I see my boy D sending me something. I wonder what it is. See, switch this around a little bit so y'all can see what I got going on. Get that. Get it in the hole. Get it in the hole. Get it in the hole. Uh-oh. I think he told me it dropped down a couple dollars. I don't know. I don't even want to cry right now. I don't even want to cry. All right, y'all. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. Hungry, I see you. Come on through, baby. Come on through. Instead of paying somebody $500 to do this shit my damn self. That's exactly what they would have wanted. The dealership would have wanted $2,000 to do this shit that I could do my damn self. Fuck, I look like paying somebody when all I gotta do is get my hands a little greasy. See how quick that was to put on there? Yeah, I'm back. I want to torque them down a little bit better than what they are. So I'm going to use the big boy. Throw some big boy toy on there. Throw some big boy leverage. Make sure I torque it. Torque it, not twerk it. Get it straight in your mind. I said turk it, not twerk it. Oh, come on, baby. Get on there. Slip it on. It's enough lubrication on there for you. Yeah, there you go. Yep, tight. Might as well stay on this side. Tight. One more. One more. Glad I didn't hit my finger. Hey, Miss Lynn, how you doing, pretty lady? I know my hand's a little dirty, pretty lady, but trust me, if me and you ever go out to dinner or anything, I'm going to clean up real good. I'm going to have my beard all fresh and clean. I'm going to be like, yeah, and we're going to ride in that Jag or that Benz or that motorcycle. Your choice what you want to ride. Hell, we can ride in the Sunfire. As long as we get there, what do it matter? But it kills me how they be like, ooh, your hand's so soft. I bet you don't even work on nothing. You ain't never worked a day in your life. I get work done. Don't get it fucked up or misconstrued. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Oh my goodness, what my boy looking at? Hold up. Looking at my boy portfolio. Goodness gracious. God damn. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, that hurt. Oh, I don't want to watch that no more. But the wheel bearing is on. I can put these brakes back together and we will be done. So I'll be ready for dinner in a minute. Lynn Avant, send me your location. Let's try communicating, cause I think it's about time for me to come see. Hey, Lynn Avant is a very smart young lady, y'all. I love her. I love her swag. She be really talking some mess on the book, making people think. I love that shit. Somebody told me I was through with you, but this is new to me. This is new to you. All right, so I guess I better put this here rotor on. All right. So enough pretending. I need some understanding. I'm more demanding. So won't you send me your location? Let's focus on communicating, cause I don't need no time and place to come through. I'm breaking off that extra brake dust right now. Yeah. lot of it. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm breaking off that brake dust up in there. See all that? All that? That's excess brake dust. Hammering it down. Hammering it down. Cleaning it up a little bit, y'all. Cleaning it up a little bit. Cleaning it up a little bit. Make sure you got eye protection and all that good stuff on. Yep, if you're gonna own a Caddy, you better know how to work on it. Creeping up on me. All right, I think that's enough of that. All right. I think it's time we put the rotor back on. These rotors are good. All right, y'all. My hands is dirty, y'all. My hands are dirty. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Marion, get it back. What else, good? Hey, y'all, I'm out.